McNair gives it to George, running right up the middle. Touchdown! Titan! There are no flags on the field! It's a miracle!
Safety, now you're one-on-one with it.
Shows why he's the man! In trouble. Sack!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Mr.Titan. Today I have my guest, the big man, number 98. We got Brian Orakpo. How you doing, man?
Doing great, my man. How we doing? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I took the trip from Dallas. I'm a little exhausted, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do, man.
Hey, man, I definitely appreciate you coming out and supporting for sure, man.
No,
That's a little ways to go.
Hey, man, everything's worth it, man. Like I said, I like supporting all Titan players, especially ones who've done it from, after, retiring and stuff, and then still putting up the grind and stuff like that. Like I said, CJ, you, Michael Griffin. I mean, I respect all you guys for what you guys do. So thank you so much, man.
Oh, appreciate it, my man.
Hey, I got a question for you, man. I had someone message me on Twitter,
All right.
and he said, ask him what middle school he went to, and can he say the chant?
Middle school. I went to this guy got to be from Houston. I went to Welch School. Oh, he's from Houston.
It's
Okay,
Ryan.
cool. Yeah.
It's Ryan.
Ryan? You talking about Muton?
Yes, sir.
Oh, man, that's the homie, man. That's the homie, man. People don't realize me and Moot been knowing each other, I mean, since we were little. I mean, it's crazy. We were both born and raised in Houston. Never really played on the teams. We always kind of missed each other. Like when we got to high school, he went to Katy. I went to Lamar. Obviously, collegiate didn't work out. And then to Tennessee. When I got to Tennessee, obviously he was already done with Tennessee. So, but no, Moot's my brother, man. He's always much love with him.
Yeah, he sent me a message right after. He goes, "Oh, ask him that," and I was like, he goes, he might know I'm behind this. He goes, my brother since 5th grade. So that's cool that you have that connection. Again, he's a cool dude, cool guy.
Yeah, man, love Moot, man, love Ryan, good dude. Shout out Mooton, man.
There we go, definitely, man. Talking about your obviously your NFL, we'll talk a little bit about your NFL career, and then obviously what you're doing now and stuff, like especially in Austin and that. How was it playing college ball? Playing for in Austin and stuff like that. How was all that, especially coming back to living in Austin and basically having businesses and stuff like that in Austin?
Yeah, I mean, just to start it off, man, Austin, playing for the University of Texas and being in Austin in general was, man, a dream come true. That's why so many guys, we kind of lose that family, that flair when we get to the professional league, because it's a little different, man. We're just a unique bunch of guys that, all come from the same background, and we're all brothers for life. Like when we put on that burnt orange jersey and that helmet, man, that's for life. And as everybody know, the University of Texas boys, we're very, very close knit group. A lot of other schools and universities, guys go off and do their own thing, but with us, we grow old together with our wives, with kids. I mean, you name it. So it was a little bit of a transition once I got to the professional league. Obviously, being one of the few Longhorns on my roster, but yeah, man, just going back to collegiate days, it was a blessing, man. We obviously had Superman Vince Young on our side.
Yeah,
got me a natty. Appreciate it, Vince. Shout out to Vince, man. Got us a natty because of him. And a lot of other guys that contributed. But, man, it was just a remarkable time just playing on the 40 acres.
Definitely, man. And going from that to obviously the NFL, the transition from the NFL and then playing for different teams. Again, you played for, obviously got recruited by, the Redskins, and then going to Tennessee. what were the kind of the differences in teams and the similarities, if you want to kind of?
I mean, just the differences by far was the market, and just the notoriety playing in
Mm-hmm.
Washington. More so was huge. I mean, we were 2-14, 3-13 seasons, but still just stayed, in the media and stayed in the news, and
Yeah,
everybody had their brains, and it was, I mean, it was marketability wise, it was awesome. Compared to Nashville, which is a blue collar town, very small market. It's all about football. It's a lot of people that would see the Tennessee Titans and don't even know who's on the roster.
yeah.
It's crazy, and obviously it's starting to get better now with
Mm-hmm.
more notoriety. But that was definitely the biggest difference, was just the two different markets, man. It was crazy.
Definitely.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, was it something that you kind of looked at like once you got to Tennessee? Because I know a lot of players, some players don't like going where they won't get as much attention because of Tennessee being so small. Did you care
Yeah,
about any of that, or you just wanted to play ball, or how did you?
man. Honestly, that was something I wanted to get away from.
Okay.
With my personality, I was just all about football. I don't really care about the BS. And granted, I love my time in Washington, but Nashville, playing for the Titans, and finally started to win consistently. That was huge for me. I started enjoying the NFL again, and really appreciating what it took to get W's on any given Sunday, and we were piling them up and kind of changing that whole, because Tennessee was down for a while.
Definitely, definitely.
And I'm not saying it was me, but it was a lot of supporting cast, including myself, that kind of helped change the culture. And now we can start seeing it pay off, and we started having these winning seasons. So, uh, honestly, that was probably the best part of being in Nashville, just getting back to the traditional ways and winning ball games.
Definitely. Now, when you got into Nashville, was there any player that you kind of stuck with or kind of like migrated to? And was it just like, how they said like defense usually runs with defense, offense really runs with offense, or you kind of mixed, or
Yeah,
who did you gravitate to?
man, we kind of, we kind of correlated with one another, man.
Hmm.
Like, it was weird. Our team was we were interacting with everybody, man. It was the weirdest thing, because normally in Washington, we had our clique and that was it. Like,
Okay.
it was boom clicks and that was it. I mean, you say you team up obviously on the football field, but in Nashville, man, I'm shooting the shit with Lawan. I mean, the DBs, and
Hmm.
but the core guys that I hung out with was Woodyard, Casey Morgan, Daquan Jones. I said Casey, D. Morg, Daquan. We had Harry Douglas.
Harry Douglas.
I mean, we had quite a few guys that we kind of clicked up. But really, the whole team was great, man. Honestly.
Nice, nice. One of the things I always liked, especially for the defensive part, is I like to know. I had Gerald McGrath, obviously had Bernard Poller, and they wanted to know about. I wanted to know about the defense. Who was? Hold on, guys. We'll get them back on. I promise. My bad. That might have been my connection. Probably my connection, if anything. Sorry about that.
Okay, nah, we good. We
Okay.
good. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, perfect, perfect. Very well saying is I like to ask the defensive guys, right? Gerald McGrath, Bernard Pollard, who was the best quarterback they ever faced? Now they answered two of the same guy. I want to know your opinion on who do you think who was the tougher quarterback that was kind of a challenge for you?
Give me one.
Yeah, no,
All right, can you hear me now?
I could hear you. I just can't see you.
All right, cool. Hold on, it's coming up. Got bad connection. This is what we're going with. That's probably on my side now.
That's all right, man.
All right, hold on.
There you go. Perfect.
All right, good. So, who was the best quarterback or the hardest quarterback I
Yeah,
played?
yeah. In your opinion, when you played.
It's a great question, man. I would say If I had to choose two guys, or
Mm-hmm.
one guy actually, one guy. Man,
I'm
that's
I'm
a
gonna
good
let- I'm
question.
gonna I'm gonna I'm gonna let you know what they said. Bernard Pollard said Peyton Manning. Gerald
Yeah,
McGrath said Peyton Manning.
yeah. I would definitely go with Peyton Manning too. If I had to choose, you know what's so crazy? Peyton was literally in my head.
Really?
That's the hardest guy, like literally, and I never played him in the postseason,
Mm-hmm.
but regular season, you're not beating Peyton Manning like on a consistent basis. I mean, the guy, you're not touching him. Even if you do get there, he's gonna fall to the ground. He don't care about sacks. Like he's one of those guys that he'll fall for you. He'll lose 8 yards and he know he'll gain it back the next play. So, and he won't never let you get comfortable with your group on defense. So Peyton Manning for sure, for
Definitely.
me, is the hardest guy that I face.
Definitely. And just one question I had for you. I remember at your shop, you had the ball with the Kansas City, the wild card game, where you guys won 22-21 in Kansas City. Can can you go through that game? How was that feeling, especially, finally getting to the playoffs again? The Titans, like you said, kind of were on a little rough patch and stuff like that, but finally getting to KC wild card and then winning that game, especially that game was nuts.
Yeah, man, that game was crazy, and that's why I had that ball in my restore location because people don't realize our team consists of a bunch of guys that had never really had a lot of playoff success,
Mm-hmm.
myself included. So to make the playoffs and to be an underdog, obviously we had no chance of winning that game, and we literally, we started off on a rough note, but to win that game at the end, I mean, it just showed how much hard work we put in and how much doubt that we shut people up when it came to Tennessee Titan football, and it was special because, like I said before, myself included, never won a playoff game. We have never won a playoff game on all my years, and I don't count one of the years in Washington because I got hurt early in the season. So I've never had a lot of playoff success, along with others, KC, Morgan, you name it.
Mm-hmm.
So that game was very special.
Definitely, man. And again, I believe you had a great career. Again, with the defense and stuff, you were always fun to watch. Really exciting. Gave it to y'all. And again, like I said, regardless if you retired, you went to another team, this and that, you put on the two-tone blue, man. You're in everyone's eyes. You're a Titan fan you're a Titan player forever, man. You know.
Hey, salute. I appreciate it. Definitely. I tried my best out there,
Hey,
man.
man, and that's all you can give, and that's what the fans love. Now, what are you doing now? Again, you have a cupcake business. How did that kind of start up? And then talk about your other plans and your futures.
Yeah, the cupcake business started with myself and Michael Griffin, which everybody know a lifetime Tennessee Titan as well. So we kind of wanted to get a jump on the post-career life. Obviously, it's Father Time's undefeated. You got to get a jump on what you're gonna do after you get done with playing football. So myself and Griff, we live in Austin currently. I've always lived in Austin, and just one off season, we decided like let's reach out to the GG's guys because they originated in Nashville. We both played for the Titans. Let's see if we can build a connection so they can bring it out here to Texas and Austin. We made it happen. They loved the idea, and it also helped. They were huge Titan fans. So we got the ball rolling on that. Found a location, and look where we are today, man. And once people found out about the story, they loved it. 2 football players, active football players, putting on pink aprons, baking, decorating cupcakes. I mean, the story was a masterpiece of its own. So we definitely took advantage of knowing what we learned on the football field and into the bakery. So it was great.
That's crazy again, and it's good, especially like that. A lot of people get stuck on still trying to go forward with playing the game. Like you said, father time comes, man. I mean, you gotta look at the next chapter of your life and stuff like that. So smart move on
Absolutely.
you guys. Smart move on you guys. And now what about your new store, your new place that you just opened up, if you like to
Yeah. So now we just literally had a soft opening today. It's called Restore Hyper Wellness out here in Austin, Texas, in the Westlake community. That is something I'm very passionate about as well, because it's all about, living a healthy lifestyle. Throughout my whole career, I wish I've had all these different functionalities and things we're doing early on till now. So we specialize in the cryotherapy and the hyperbaric chambers and the IV drips to give you boost your immune system, give you your daily vitamins, things of that nature. We got your saunas. We got literally anything you can think of when it comes to post recovery, or just living a healthy lifestyle throughout the day. We have it a one-stop shop, and it's fun to be in there. It's fun to go through the different stations. You can literally, like, it's a spa for recovery. Put
Yeah,
on a roll, go to your different stations, compression sleeves, you name it, and it's just a blast. I'm having a blast doing it. I think it's really going to help a lot of people, not just athletes, but just your everyday person that want to live a healthy lifestyle.
definitely, man. I did the compression, the leg thing. I didn't want to get up. I know you came around and you were talking. I was like, I was zoned out, man. That shit was
Like
good.
an air massage, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the
Yeah.
thing I want to ask you about is that the liquid IV. How does that work? Because I'm a pansy when it comes to needles, man. I won't
Yeah.
lie. I'll pass out. I'll be on the floor. You'll be like, oh no, get them out.
Yeah.
How does that work? How does that work, man?
Yeah, well, we have professional nurses on board, on staff every day, so
Okay.
you'll be in good hands. Like I said, IVs are based for hydration,
Hmm.
give you your daily doses of vitamins, your boost your immune system. We have different packages that you can build, or you can create your own,
Perfect.
for whatever you're looking for. We have your B12 as well. So anything that's health related,
Hmm.
you put it in your IV. Your nurse will get you assisted, and obviously, and you're good to go. I mean, my recommendation: if you're not a needle person, just close your eyes. And just imagine you're on the beach, and before you know it, you're hooked up, your arms hooked up, and you get back to your cell phone, relax. And it's really a great experience. It's fun. I've never been a big needle person as well, even
Okay.
though I got tattoos and stuff, but I was still like, needles.
Yeah.
But this one's a smooth transition to getting what you would need if you want to live a healthy lifestyle, for
All
sure.
right, all right, man. Again, that's awesome. I love what you're doing. Again, like I said, I respect the hustle, and that's something that attracts a lot of people and stuff like that. Not just kind of settling. You had the cupcake spot. Now you go for this, and like you were talking about in your office and stuff, you just keep going looking for other things like that. So, man,
Yeah,
I hope nothing but the best for you, man. I really do. And like I said, I'll support you to the next shop you open up. I'll be there too, man. I'll be right
I
there.
appreciate it. Definitely, man.
Hey,
Definitely
man.
appreciate it.
Hey, thank you so much for joining, man. Thank you for taking some of your time. I do appreciate it, man. And God bless and tighten up, brother.
Hey, tighten up. Take it easy, my man.